Welcome to Mindset and Attitude to Selling. I have a very exciting video coming to you right now. But before we watch the video, here's what I would like you to understand. Selling is a mindset. It is the way you think about selling and how you think about selling. Closing is an attitude. It is the action based on your mindset to selling. Does that make sense? And if you master those two principles, the ultimate effect and the destination is more sales. Does that make sense? So what I focus on and what we focus on mindset and attitude to selling is two things. Number one is providing you with solutions like producing more sales and building and developing long-term profitable relationships. Before we dig into the video, do me a small favor. Smash the like button. That way it can share this video to other people. Share your comments after watching the video. Let me know what you think. Comments are very important to me and to us. That way it allows us to make better content for your business. And number three, support the channel by subscribing to the channel. Now, watch the video.
My team's been in the top 3 for probably the past 7 months.
Right.
Since we started.
Right.
Except for once we gained 3 new people, and it took me about 6 weeks to get them up to speed.
Oh, okay.
But I had to coach them up. But tell me about this 555 thing.
Okay. Before I do that, I want to ask you a question. Okay. So you manage 106 reps, right? Is that correct?
No, I have 13.
13?
I have to do, we had 19 teams. They just restructured and consolidated it to 12. So there's 12 teams.
But how many reps?
106.
Okay.
Customer service agents.
Okay, so basically they get the phone calls from the customers that got loans, right? If they have questions, is that correct? Okay. Okay. So you overlook to see how they handle the customers with problems, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's cool. Do you mind if I ask the name of the company?
It's Loan Depot.
Oh, Loan Depot. That's right. You told me. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, we're the second biggest privately owned mortgage.
Okay.
We're right behind Rock.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Yeah, one of my clients is I got a real estate client, an insurance client, a digital marketing client. I have a janitorial client that's nationwide in all 50 states. And my janitorial client, they only deal with billion-dollar freight companies. So I'm talking to billionaires every single day. And the digital marketing company was trying to solicit me for digital marketing, but I used to sell that. And by the end of the conversation, I got them to hire me for my services because they need sales. I don't need digital marketing. Because what I told them was, I said, there's 1,000 of many of you. Why are you different? If you could tell me how I make a profit, then I'll hire you right now. He couldn't do it. I said, but I could help you become different than every digital marketer. So because I do digital marketing, I have a division for that, but I never talk about it because I don't want people to perceive me as a digital marketer. I want people to see me, I'm a salesperson. I produce sales. I'm not ashamed of that because without sales, you don't have anything. So I get people to focus on that, not advertising or marketing or branding, because if you don't have sales, you can't do marketing, you can't advertise, you definitely don't have a brand. So I try to keep it simple. So that's how I'm able to turn people around where at the end you need sales, right? So I focus on that. And the insurance companies from the Philippines, because I used to have a call center there. And so I don't sell insurance because I'm not licensed and I never want a license. Because then I can't be creative, right? But I taught them how to sell insurance policies on a higher conversion ratio. So if they talk to 10 people with my strategy, they'll convert 40% on the initial appointment. They'll close it. And then about 50% of their pipeline will eventually buy from them. So it took a while to put it together, but I've been able to do that, and it's called social media conversion strategy. And then for the real estate, I have a boot camp called Become More Than an Agent. And then I ask the agents, before I take you on as a client, if you can't tell me what your value is, what your skill is, I don't want you as a client. What? I don't want you. Because if you don't know your skill and your value, how are you going to help anyone? So they can't answer it. I do hire them because I like them, but I wanted them to know that's the reason why you don't produce sales, because you can't even explain what you do. You got a license to be an agent, but what is it that you do? And if you can't answer in less than 5 words your profession, then you don't know what you're doing. In my opinion. I put a posting today that I talked about 100% discipline and then total commitment. And it's good. Yeah, I think I responded back. And a lot of people are responding because to me, everything's about a mindset and an attitude, right? So if there are days I don't feel like getting up and doing nothing, that's when I push myself. Because at the end, no matter how I feel emotionally, that doesn't determine my decision. I have to still do what I have to do, right? And that's when the commitment comes in. You're committed to being disciplined and being focused, you know. But
it's never about feelings.
Yeah. And that's how, and unfortunately, people react on emotions a lot. And there's controlled emotions, because there's a thing I call the 3 E's of selling: excitement, enthusiasm, and energy. Because excitement sells, right? But you got to know how to use that excitement. You're just not going 100 miles an hour. You got to know how to do it in a story format, you know? And I preach that. And then I preach the 3 V's, like there's perceived value, there's intrinsic value, and then there's real value. The perceived value is when you first talk with people, you always have a perception, right? As you start to peel the onion and you have conversations, or you meet with them and you have a relationship with them, the onion is either going to smell really good or it's going to smell really bad. You either have intrinsic or you lose it, right? So I teach my salespeople, don't be ashamed. And then the real value is when people buy you and they buy the services. Now you have a real relationship because you went through the hard stuff. And so I keep it more mental than anything. And I say, you never have to lie. You never have to embellish. You never have to oversell what you have, because you just sell. So and I tell my people, don't accept haughtiness and lies. Lies, if you lie one time, just leave, because I'm not even going to listen to you, because it's unacceptable to me. Because if you lie about just, you know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah. At the end, when the smoke clears, right? What people are going to remember is your word and your character, not what you did materially. Well, hold on a second. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was exciting for you as it was for me producing it. I hope it was very valuable to you, very informative, and that you learned some things that are going to help you increase your value and grow your sales. Now, if you want to support my channel, do me a favor. Just hit the subscription button below here. And if you want to watch more videos that is going to help you increase your value and produce more sales, just watch the next video that's right here. And before we leave, remember this, guys. Selling is a mindset and closing is an attitude. If you master these 2 principles, not only does your value increase, but watch your sales absolutely explode. Talk to you later. Bye.